Big up, big up, big up. Welcome to the F1 2023 Dutch GP Grand Prix. This is the late review. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I'm doing it now because we're going to have some breaking news tomorrow regarding the Liverpool matches. I'm just going to see how it goes. This is the F1 review for the Dutch GP. Big up, big up, big up. This is the intro. See you in a bit, guys.
On the brakes, Leclerc has that inside line. Perez goes off the track, comes into gate, off goes Leclerc, through goes Hamilton. Unbelievable stuff.
Big up, big up. I'm going to be joined today with TOTO Hammer. TOTO Hammer.
Yeah, man, I'm here.
So, it's another weekend, another Grand Prix. Another Max win, another Red Bull win. Your camera keeps going off, but it's okay. Another win.
I'll just put my notes up, but it's good now.
Yeah, but I was going to turn this music down. It's too loud at the moment. So, basically, it was just another weekend, another Red Bull win. We know what to expect from these weekends at this point. This is the way they FIA orchestrated it. This is the way they wanted it. It basically started off in the rain. Stop, start. That let me just go through the race. But anyway, the only thing what was a big surprising for me, and I didn't even watch the end of the race, because the stream cut out the where I was watching it. And Gasly getting on the podium. That's the only positive really thing about this weekend, that Pierre Gasly finally got on the podium again. I was really happy for Pierre Gasly to get on the podium. What do you think, man? What do you think about the and obviously Alonso as well? Alonso got on the podium. Everybody writ off Alonso for the rest of the season. Everybody said, oh yeah, the haters said, oh, Alonso is not going to finish on the podium again. So, what do you reckon, guys? What do you reckon?
Yeah, look, my opinion on it, man. Look, about all this Red Bull week, you know who's going to come to the weekend and win, because look, I don't even worry about Red Bull anymore, to be honest. I don't even worry about them, because you know what's going to happen week in, week out. It's either Perez screws up. Exactly. Either Perez wins, Red Bull screws up Perez, or Verstappen wins the race by 30 seconds. It's just the way it is. But look, yeah, positive outcome. That's the podium, man. It's good for them. They got the strategy right. Yeah, good for Thingy. But look, my thoughts, what I think on the weekend was a decent weekend. I think the race was probably the best out of the weekend because of the rain business. Qualifying was also interesting as well. All the rain coming in, all the tyre strategy. People had to get the tyre strategy right, and qualifying. Tyre strategy is key if the rain's coming, because you got to get your dry tyre strategy quickly before the rain comes, because of course when in the wet you're not going to get a faster time with your dry tyre, are you? So look, qualifying, all that, it was all interesting. Weekend was actually decent. I didn't really catch the practice sessions. I didn't really catch the practice sessions, but qualifying, race I did watch, and qualifying was interesting, and race was also really, really interesting as well. With strategies with Mercedes and all that. But look, what I think about the weekend was a good weekend.
Okay, fair enough. I thought it was, but a predictable weekend. I would say a predictable weekend. So I'm going to start off with a few. I'm going to start off with a few notes. It was race day. Lights out, away we go. Max and Norris both started, both locked up in turn 3. Alonso takes Russell on the end of turn 3. right round the outside. That was a great move by Alonso. Rain started to drop on the first lap. Rain starts. Hamilton was spinning up, not spinning, never spun off track, but your whole position. And when the rain started, again, Mercedes strategy out the wall. I don't know why they didn't start. I don't know why they didn't start him. I just don't understand why they didn't start him. They should have started him. They should have started. They should have started. They should have pitted Lewis straight away. Not starting. They should have pitted Lewis straight away, but they never. They waited for a lap after, and that cost him. So he went from 13th. So when he came out the pits, he was last. So again, I don't know what. They pitted him. When the rain came out, I think it was the lap after. When the rain come out straight away, Fingers pitted Perez. Perez was on a good strategy. They pitted him straight away. And the thing about it, because Lewis was near the back anyway at 13th, he had more than enough time to come in first time, but they never. Mercedes said, let's just tough it out again. Strategy all over the place. I just don't know why Lewis sometimes listens to Mercedes. Maybe Lewis sometimes should take a leaf out of Russell's book and start deciding stuff for himself instead of saying, I think it was bad strategy, guys.
Yeah.
What you mean is, listen, you're in a car, if you see the rain starts coming, you come and you say to the team, I'm coming in. Don't understand.
Lewis back in the day. It's like he makes his own shots. He don't listen to the radio. When the radio came on settings the other day, he didn't listen to the radio, turned it off and just made his own decisions. No, that's what Hamilton should do, man. Because it could benefit you. How many times Hamilton has top 5 positions projected at the end of the race, but then it just throws it away by having Bono do his strategy for him. Bono, don't get me wrong, great strategies. He's been with Hamilton for ages, but it looks like the strategy isn't really working out if Bono what tells him or the strategy team. What he's got to do, he's got to go old school and rely on himself and look after the weather and all that on the radio, ask for all that and see what's going on, because he needs to start making his own strategy, because the strategy from Bono and Mercedes' pit strategy team, it's not really working at the moment. Hamilton had a good race. I'm not writing off Hamilton a good race. He always has good comeback races. You know what Hamilton's like. And if from the back, you know he's not going to stay at the back. He's going to come up through the field. He's going to finish with a decent.
Yeah.
Came from P20 to 6th today. Not today. What I'm just going to say today. And well, P20 to 6th. That is a really, really good race. And man, it's look.
I'm going through the review. I drive it as I don't understand why they never pitted Lewis. Like I said, Leclerc pitted. They came in, he got held up in the pits. They weren't even ready for his tyres. Leclerc, they wasn't even ready for Leclerc's tyres when he came in, and that again, Ferrari. Bottas from 9th to 19th because of the rain. Lap 3, Russell pitted. No, after lap 3, they never pitted Russell and Norris. They decided to stay out, but they was at the front by then because everybody had pitted. So they were probably thinking, if I stay out with these tyres, maybe the rain's going to be temporarily. I reckon that's the message I was giving Lewis. But when that rain come down, there's no way that rain was going to be around for temporary. No chance. Hamilton on the radio should have. Hamilton said to them on the radio, like I said, I should have come in too late by then. That was by lap 4. Hamilton was last, like I said, by lap 4. Now Russell was in 16 after the packing order, after he pitted, because eventually he pitted. Lap 10, Lewis pits early again, but this time it was good for him. He went from lap 10, and on lap 10 they pitted in early to the soft tyres, because by lap 10 the tyres, the track was drying up, so when he pitted it was good for him. The rain was kind of wearing away the dry line. You could see the dry line. So finally, Mercedes did make a good call. Lap 12, Max second, was 3 seconds behind Perez. This is what I don't understand. By lap 10, Perez was like something like 11 seconds, and by 2 laps later, he was 3 seconds behind him. And then this is where all the suspicious came, and even Carew, the biggest cheerleader for Mercedes, even he couldn't even defend it. He goes lap 12, Max 3 seconds behind Perez, pits early under the undercut Perez. Lap 13, Perez pits, came out, and Max is in front of him. So basically, when Max Verstappen went into the pits, he was 3.5 seconds behind Perez, and a lap after, when Perez came in and came back out, Perez was in front of him. So Max played the undercut, and even the commentators could not defend it. We all know as F1 fans, we all know that everything is favoured for Max Verstappen. I don't care if people come out and say to me, I
later
don't
in the
care.
race how Perez
Yeah.
got screwed.
I don't care if people come out and say to me, it's the car. Yeah, the car's fast, but they've got the same car. But don't tell me someone with the same car, the same equal cars, yeah, that someone can be like 13 seconds in front and within 2 laps, yeah, there's 3 seconds. Don't tell me that that is true. Absolutely diabolical diatribe. So, lap 17, safety car comes out again. Logan crashes the car. I don't think Logan's gonna be there next year. I think this is his last season. He crashes his car, and I heard that the rumors are that Mick Schumacher might get that seat. Lap 22, safety car ends for Stafford in front, of course. Perez chasing him like always, like a little lapdog. Lap 26, Lewis passes Leclerc into 12th place. But the one thing I say about I thought Lewis Hamilton and I'd say Alonso, and I would say not Alonso, I'd say Lewis Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, and Lando was having a good battle through that race in the mid-pack. Absolutely amazing battle.
Piastri had an excellent race, man. You can see that because every time Hamilton and Piastri was going for like an overtaking battle, like Hamilton and Piastri were like together. Say Hamilton overtakes Stroll, the lap after or the same lap during the lap, Piastri overtakes another driver. So they're going for like a near like overtaking battle during the race. It's good to see. Piastri definitely the one to look in the future. Rookie season is already that close to Norris. That close to Norris in his rookie season. That's good for Piastri, man. That's why McLaren paid the money for him. Look, Piastri, Hamilton both had good races, man.
Yeah, so lap 49, lap 42, Leclerc retired again. Disappointed by Leclerc. But Leclerc's already tapped out of this season. He doesn't really care. I think he tapped out before the summer break. He's tapped out. I think he tapped out 3 races into the season that he knew what was going to happen. I think he's just waiting for his contract to run out and he's waiting for Lewis Hamilton to finally retire. And then he'll step in. Or he'll make himself known that he wants to go there. Lap 49, delay of 8.9 front right tyre of Alonso, 5 seconds. So basically went in there and he was there. He had his normal pit, but there was a delay of 5 seconds. So altogether it was 8.9 seconds in the pit. And then he was chasing the podium and he got back into 2nd place anyway. And back into 3rd place. Lap 52, Alonso was back into 3rd place, like I just said. Lap 61, rain kicks in again. Perez comes in. Hamilton as well. Alonso and Max stays out a little bit. Perez comes turn 1, loses places to Alonso at lap 63. Virtual safety car come out. And lap 64, and 1 new Joel came off. Perez, this is what I thought was strange. When Perez came into the pits, came in to put the wet tyres, I don't understand why they brought Perez in the virtual safety car. They brought Perez in during the virtual safety car when they knew that the race was going to be stopped because they had to get the car after the track. And what happened is, as soon as that kicks in, what happens, just as he was going out, just past the line to go out, boom, the red flag come out and he used a black flag, and then the race was paused. So we got screwed.
Like
it is what it is. We know how this is why this Formula One, I love Formula One, but at this moment now, I'm not enjoying watching it. It's not nothing to do with Hamilton. It's about, it is boring. It is boring. And when you give someone a car, a rocket ship with the car that he's got now, Max Verstappen, I'm not going to rant and rave because personally, I just don't care anyway. I'm at this point now, I don't really care. I know who's the best and I know what's going on. And we all know what's going on as fans. It's political, man. What you reckon?
I miss the day. I miss the old day. Like I miss the days like 2014, 15, 16, 17 when Vettel, Rosberg, all the good rivalry, not just Mercedes winning. Sometime Ferrari gave Mercedes a run for money as well. The Hamilton and Rosberg rivalry. They're the drivers as well, like Hamilton, Vettel, Raikkonen, Rosberg. You got all those iconic drivers, all those iconic drivers. Half of them retired now. I think the only one left is Hamilton, the old guys. Hamilton, Alonso, they're the only 2 left. As soon as they go out of Formula One, it's a completely new grid. Everything, it's a new era of Formula One. As soon as them 2 gone. So look, I miss the 2014 days, 2012 days. Vettel days, I missed the Mercedes domination, I missed the Hamilton better days.
But at least with the Hamilton. At least with the Hamilton time, you had Vettel, you had Alonso, you had look, remember we had the McLaren days, you had the Jenson Button era. Well, he didn't have an era, he just had a year. But you know what I mean? Basically, you always there was more than just one driver dominating, there was always other drivers involved. You had Rosberg, you know what I mean? Rosberg and Hamilton in 2014, 15, and 16. Great rivalry. There's no rivalry for the only rivalry for Max Verstappen was in 2021, and then they cheated to win, and now there's no rivalry. He's out there on his own, and then you get these commentators are just always publicly coming out and saying, "Oh yeah, Max Verstappen's out. Max has got this. Max has got this." You're not convincing me. I don't forget 2021. You're never going to convince me. It doesn't matter what you do. This is why when the commentators speak on Formula One, I'll just mute my TV or turn it off. Not interested. I'll just watch the race and then turn it off because I don't want to hear the utter political garbage, the political diatribe what's coming out of all their mouths. I do not care. I just love the sport, but I don't care about the commentators. Not interested because it's all political motivated. They're all told what to say, and if they come out of line, you end up being sat like Johnny Herbert. Very simple, really. Very simple. It's absolutely utter garbage. Utter garbage. So, what do you think of the race? I'm going to end this at the moment. What do you think of all this?
Yeah. But look, my opinions. It was a very up and down race, interesting race. The rain, because I think ever since lap 3, it started to pit. Everyone's on the dry tyres, and then it was really controversial because at one time Russell, there was like, I think it was turn 4 or 5, there was like a little bit of a dry line, but when you hit turn 6, there's no dry line, so you go aquaplaning. There's aquaplaning, there's no dry line. You have to like try hustle the car a bit. Some of the parts of the track were actually good for slick tyres. I'm surprised no one gambled. Some part of the track were actually good for slick tyres, but there was some parts of there was a dry line. But every time when you drift onto another corner, there's no dry line there, just wet, just pure wet, aquaplaning, and it's easy to slip off. So look, it was all down to driver skill this race, man. It was all down to the driver. It was all manual, and some corners are dry line, some corners are just pure wet line. So there wasn't even a line there. So look, the race.
I'm just looking at something.
Was interesting.
I was just looking at something. Oh dear me. Yeah, but that is it. The end of the. It's not even qualifying. I'm going to change it to race day review because the qualifying's still up there. Let me just change it. And it really doesn't matter, really, does it?
No.
It's one of them at the end of the day. We'll leave on, we'll move on. And we'll move on to the next one, which would be Monza. We will be doing a debrief tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. We'll be doing a debrief. There's a lot of business to do tomorrow. But it is what it is. This is the end of the Dutch race day review. Big up to you guys who's in the chat or wherever. It's 26 minutes gone. Big up. See you later, guys. See you later, Toto Hammer. Big up.
Man.
I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah, man.
On the brakes, Leclerc